2 hands on the wrist, pulling his wrist into, keeping it 90 degree, like I'm putting it in my right hip pocket here. My hands pull to the right, my legs go to the left, and I do that together to get that submission. And sometimes you'll find yourself in a side position like this. Anytime someone's up high on you like this, it's very tough. So your first step is to try and work on creating and gaining back some space. So I'm gonna keep my elbows inside here. I'm using my legs and I'm swiveling myself until I could stretch them out here. And I like to kind of base with my hands right now. I'm not relying on his gi, because imagine if you're rolling no gi here. I'm gonna base on my left leg, slide my hip out. There's gonna be space between me and my partner, and I'll show you another angle in just a moment. We're gonna turn to the front, and to prevent him from going to his knees effectively like this, and me trying to follow him, I'm just gonna right away kick my right leg over, put my left leg on top, and kind of hold him here. So if he tries to go to his knees, it's not impossible, but it's much more hard work. When I'm ready, I'm gonna put my left leg on top, pinch my knees tight, and the first arm bar, right, the arm is a little bit bent here. I'm just grabbing the wrist, pulling it to my opposite hip. My legs go to the left, his arm goes to the right. I combine the 2 angles together, look to the left and my hand to the right to get the submission here, to get the submission. Now from here, if he squares his arm away, straightens out and falls down here, I'm gonna bring my right foot over, pinch my knees tight, hold the wrist, lift my hips up to get the submission. Now, if he uses his arm to push my leg off, I'm gonna bring my left leg in front of the face. Now, at this point, you could hold the arm, bring your leg over, flatten them out, and finish the arm bar here. But it's okay if he keeps sitting up, and he starts kind of going to his knees here. You could, if he didn't get perpendicular to me, I'm here, I'm gonna use my hand here, and I'm gonna get underneath him here like this, perpendicular, controlling his wrist tight, controlling his arm here, because the more perpendicular I am to him, the easier it is for me to bring that other leg over, hold 2 hands on the wrist, lift my hips up to break the arm. He's on my side. Number 1, recover your space. Make a good frame here. Much easier to hip out. Base on my left foot. Look, I slide my hips sideways, and look, even though his weight is on my body, there's a gap here. That's why I'm gonna put my right leg out, turn to the front. Right away, when I see that corner, his shoulder, I'm gonna put my foot on the hip here and use my 2 feet like this. So if he tries to turn back to his knees, I'm not gonna let him. It's a kind of good control position, keeping my knees tight. 2 hands on the wrist, pulling his wrist into, keeping it 90 degree, like I'm putting it in my right hip pocket here. My hands pull to the right, my legs go to the left, and I do that together to get that submission. If I start doing this, the way he's going to defend is going to feed his arm straight. See how that took all that space out? So I'm going to force him to the floor. Right leg comes over the face, pinching my knees tight, making sure his elbows on my belly, pointing down, 2 hands holding the wrist, and I'm going to lift my hips up to get the submission. Now when he starts to free my leg, left foot goes in front. From here, as he starts to sit up, maybe he gets perpendicular to me like this, maybe he doesn't. If he doesn't get perpendicular to you guys, use your arm underneath hook, use your foot to get to the side here. The more perpendicular I am, the easier it is for me to bring my foot over. Once I'm here, 2 hands on the wrist, lift the hips up to get the submission, guys. Okay, let's give it a try, guys. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Head squeeze. Counted that.
That's it. I can't count it. So, kick the